Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. If you are new here, I do all kinds of budgeting videos, lifestyle videos, motherhood videos, lots of vlogs. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, make sure that you hit subscribe and come back to my channel. But today we're gonna do a little budget with me. Let's see what is happening for August. So I will say this is actually a pretty chill budget. We don't have a ton going on in August or September that I know of, especially because we're not doing any travel right now. I'll take you through it. Also, one thing I do want to mention, I have it in my description box, but if you ever want the base of my budget, I will give it to you for free. In my description box, you can just email me. It is a Google Sheets budget template, so you have to have a Google account, and then I will send it to you and you just like make a copy and can use it yourself. So if you're ever interested in like using my base budget and then like making it your own, shoot me an email, which you can find in the description box below. But today I'm going to take you quickly through what August looks like. We'll talk about it a little bit. Let's jump into it. Okay, so this is what our August budget is looking like. I'm looking at my computer screen right now, so if you see me looking this way, that is why. I always block out our exact income, but you can kind of figure it out. Our income is going to be a little bit less this month because I lessened the amount of blogs that I'm doing in August or in July, so I get paid out about a month after I do stuff. So because I have less blogs in July, I will have less income in August. But hopefully in August I can go back to 3 or 4 blogs a month, and then I can up my income a little bit. I'm a freelance writer, if you didn't already know that, so that's what I do. I would love to, you know, make an income from YouTube or social media at some point, but we're just not there yet. So at this point, this is what I currently do. My mother-in-law and sister-in-law come and watch Ivy one day a week to help me have time to get some work done. It's actually how I'm filming right now because I need to get this done. I have been behind on videos. So we are still anticipating a $9,300 income in August, which is pretty good. Usually our income is a little bit more than that. It will actually be less at the end of the year, but we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that yet because it's stressful. So moving on, I think all of our fixed expenses are the same. I'm already realizing I did something wrong. So 1 second. Okay, I'm already realizing that I forgot to put in renter's insurance because we pay it every like quarter or something like that. So I just put that in, so that will be different this month. Everything else is normal. I'll be going back up to my full Pilates membership toward the end of August, so that'll go back up to 109. Ben does like fantasy football stuff, and he wants a budget of $100 a month starting in September. So he has enough money in his account apparently for August, so I don't need to put anything there. He still hasn't called the internet company. I'm hoping that he does it by the end of July. It's currently July 15th, so that this won't be as high, but he hasn't done that yet. So that is that. These are also all the same. So planning on spending about $3,300 just on fixed expenses. As per usual, our student loan debt is about $1,000 a month. And then variable expenses, this is where things get different. So about $1,200 in groceries. Our groceries have been a little bit all over the place. You guys will kind of understand when I show you my like August or July budget recap. But we've been going to the farmer's market a little bit more, which is great, but things are higher priced than going to a grocery store a lot of times. Our grocery budget has been a little bit different, so I'm hoping that $1,200 is good. Costco I have at $300, restaurants I have at $200. I don't know that we'll use all that, but you guys know we tend to go over on those categories a lot. $200 on medication and supplements. I've been keeping household around $800. That might eventually be able to come down a little bit since Ivy isn't drinking formula or anything like that anymore, but she's still going through diapers and things like that. Beauty I have at $100. I might start getting my nails done again, but I still should only need about $100 a month total for like that. And Ben's haircuts, he gets like a haircut every 6 weeks or 8 weeks or something like that. I might start doing that again because I kind of miss it. I took a break for a little bit, but we'll see. Personal spending, I have it $200. We don't always hit that. Some months we do, some months we don't. Doctors, I still have at $500. I don't know that it'll be that much. Ben and I both go to individual therapy. We go to couples therapy. I go to acupuncture. And then we have like regular doctors. It just depends. I'm also trying to decide too if I'm gonna go with my current doctor to her new practice, but she won't be covered by insurance. So I don't really know. But so I'm gonna try to see a different doctor within the practice that my insurance covers. It's hard when you have like a chronic illness. I am very particular about the doctors that I'll work with because regular doctors just aren't helpful when you have chronic symptoms. They're helpful when you have like, you're having a baby or you have a headache or you have high cholesterol or things like that. But having like a chronic autoimmune disease or like mold toxicity, things like that, regular doctors don't tend to do the testing that is super helpful. So for me with having Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid autoimmune disease, I just feel more comfortable going to functional medicine doctors because they tend to look at the whole picture versus just one blood work piece. So anyways, however, with that, it's hard to find people that are covered by insurance. So I'm gonna try to stay with a practitioner within the practice that I'm at because it's like a $25 copay, which is a much better deal. But I really liked the doctor that I had. So, oops. So it sucks. I just have to figure that out. Utilities, $250. I keep that about the same. Car, $100. We've been getting a little bit closer to that because we've been driving a little bit more. I'm still gonna keep it at $100, I think. Cora and Finn, those are our two golden retrievers. I have that back down at $250 because they should have gone to the vet in July. I'm still waiting for Ben to take them in. So this is just where we're at. He is like really slammed with work right now. Yeah, but I don't want to keep, if you guys have watched my budget videos for the last 2 months, I've had to keep moving the budget because he hasn't made appointments for them. So I just booked him about it again today. So he hopefully will make those appointments soon. And then miscellaneous, I always keep $100 in here. A lot of times we don't use it, but I just like to have that in there in case we have a random bill come through that we weren't expecting or whatever, you know, some unknown charge that I don't know what it is. I'll keep it in there. So about $4,200 in variable expenses. Actually, I'm just realizing it's my friend's birthday in August, so I'm gonna budget a little bit of money for that. Budgeted $420 for taxes, and then none of these renew. We're not doing any travel, so I'm basically gonna take the income remaining and put that into our regular savings. So 401.86. So that zeroes out my budget. Now, if things are over or under budget and I don't end up putting $401 in savings, I'm not going to be mad about it. I basically put whatever we have at the end of the month in savings, unless we get like a big, you know, like we get like a refund check from insurance. I'll put that in our savings, or like if Ben gets, he occasionally gets cash grants, like 2 times a year, 3 times a year. I immediately put those in savings. So things like that I put into savings, so I'm not really that worried about it. And if you guys watched my goals video that I just put up last week or a couple days ago, our goal is to put between $300 and $500 a month away for savings. So I do that at the end of the month. I know a lot of people think that you should do it in the middle of the month, but that just doesn't work for us because we're not insanely strict with our budget currently. I like to leave a little bit of leeway. Talked about this a little bit in my last video too. If you're here at the end, you're getting a little bit of tea. But the end of this year is getting closer and it's a little bit scary because we will be losing the income from Beacon, I believe, at the beginning of next year. So that is a business that Ben founded and he was bought out from it the beginning of this year, I believe. They have been making payments to him for like the amount of money that they bought him out of the company for, based on like what he invested and things like that. So we will not be getting that anymore. So that's a pretty big hit. And then, you know, we had been hoping that I wasn't going to have to work as much. I definitely really don't want to get a full-time job. Obviously, if I have to, I will, but then we'd have to put Ivy into daycare, which would, you know, just zero out how much money I make anyway. So I don't think we're gonna do that. But, you know, my income is variable. I work for a company and I write blogs for them. I like am so grateful for them. It's super flexible, you know, something that I really like doing, people that I like working with. It's just always variable because they could stop paying for external writers at any point. My contact could leave, which means my position could be let go. Some months I can't do as many blogs because my family can't help. Like this month, I haven't been able to do as many blogs in July, so our August income is going to be less. Yeah, I feel like now that we're getting closer to the end of the year, it's getting a little bit more stressful because I think we had both hoped that moving back would increase our income, and Ben's income has increased, but because cost of living is so much more here, so our rent is almost $1,000 a month more than what we were paying. Our utilities are more expensive, groceries are more expensive, gas is more expensive, all that stuff. Yeah, it's just been a little bit stressful. Moving back to Illinois was definitely not a smart financial decision. We made it as a family decision. Yeah, it's just proving to be difficult, more difficult than we thought to catch up. And we don't want what happened to us when we lived in Illinois before to happen, which is our cost of living was more than our income. Trying not to be as worried about it as I currently am and just knowing that things will work out and we'll figure it out by the end of the year. But we also don't want to wait until December and then be like, shit, what do we do? Like, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, as of right now, the plan is that I'm still working. I'm probably going to pick up more blogs if they have them. Ben has been doing great with his job and doing like everything possible. I would obviously love to start making money from my YouTube, but I'm not like counting on that because, you know, you can't count on that currently. And yeah, and then maybe something else will come up. Maybe I'll find another client to work with, or something will come up that we aren't expecting. But anyway, I hear lawnmowers outside, so I'm gonna end this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.